So what I want to do is I'm going to show you Market Square. It's really the heart and soul, but I want to show it to you from a different perspective. I'm going to give you sort of the view of Market Square and explain some of the things that you're not going to see. But let's take a look, okay? It's right out here. So this is Market Square. Now, you've been here in the evening. Do you dance?
We do a little bit.
Well, there you go. There you go. So you already know, the Market Square really represents kind of the gathering point, and this is where people come down in the evenings and really enjoy it. But what you don't see are all the activities that will take place in the course of any given week, and all of the special events that take place here. So in addition to the live music every night, every other night we have vendor night here, where people will set up pop-ups and will sell all kinds of wonderful little knickknacks. We'll have parades on the square on a regular basis. We'll walk down this way as we go through. We'll have classic car shows. We do yoga stretches out here on the square. They'll do line dancing classes and all kinds of things. It's a very active place, and it's the type of place that people really enjoy coming down here and just kind of using it as the centerpiece. So what strikes you? How do you think you would use Market Square?
You mentioned yoga.
Yeah.
I'd like to do that.
So have you tried it before?
I've tried it a couple times.
Oh my goodness. First time I tried it, I thought, well, how hard could this be?
Yeah.
The answer? Very hard.
It's very hard.
Yeah, but are you both into exercise?
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Well, I can absolutely promise you that there is no end of opportunities to exercise at the Villages, which is consistent with sort of what we've talked about. It's an active place. So whether it's exercise classes, whether it's exercise through dance, yoga, whatever it is, we've got it all. Yeah. Now, you said you're living in Fort Lauderdale, and the way you described it, it sounds like a beautiful place with a great water orientation. Yes? Is that well described? Okay. Well, we understand how important that is, and so right from the very beginning, we wanted to be able to create that same environment. And so we have places like this around the Villages. This is Lake Sumter Landing. First impressions, what are you thinking?
It's nice.
It's nice?
Very nice.
Yeah.
Peaceful. Yeah.
It is.
Peaceful.
Yeah.
Well, now you say peaceful, and I'm assuming that there's a comparison there to what you see at Fort Lauderdale, because
Right.
I've been to Fort Lauderdale. It's beautiful. I'm not sure I would call it peaceful, right? Just in regards to the bustle that goes on around you.
I mean, from our home, it's peaceful, but
Got
once
it.
you get down
Yeah.
here,
Right.
start getting back in the
Sure.
in the mess of it all.
Absolutely, yeah. Well, we really did want to have a place that's very comfortable down here. We wanted to have a place that it's leisurely, and so you will see people throughout the day, and especially on the evenings, and they will just take the strolls. And it's a very relaxed, easygoing type of a place. You'll also people who will come down here early in the day, and they'll grab an Adirondack chair and a cup of coffee and a book, and they'll just sit here. This is a very different side of Market Square than the hustle and bustle that you see in the nighttime. Yeah, yeah.
Completely transforms.
Absolutely, yeah, yeah. You like what you see though?
I do.
Yeah,
I like
good.
it.
I could come down here and read.
Absolutely, absolutely, and a lot of people do. Now, one of the things about Market Square is that I think this is an interesting perspective. I was once talking to Gary Morris, the founder of the Villages, and he was talking about Market Square. He was talking about the buildings and the landscaping and the water, and this is how he described it. He said, this is all just a backdrop for the relationships that go on here. It's really all about the relationships. And what we really wanted to design here was a place that was easy for people to connect. And you've probably already seen that, right? And when you've been down here in the evenings?
Oh,
yeah. The thing to keep in mind is you look at people who are out there as they're sitting around and they're having their conversations. These are people who didn't know each other when they moved here. But they moved here and they found those types of opportunities.
Yeah, our friends have actually made a lot of friends in the little time that they've been here.
Right, absolutely, absolutely, yeah. It's very common, it's very common. Well, and I would also suggest that from what you told me earlier on, that's something that's sort of a hole in your life right now, right? You want to have that opportunity to connect with the people around you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just getting more and more difficult.
Sure, yeah, yeah.
People moving in and moving out.
Yeah, sure, yeah, we get that. All along Lake Sumter Landing, we've got the restaurants, we've got places to have a refreshing adult beverage, we've got the Haagen-Dazs stand, although the locals will tell you go to Ambrosia for your ice cream. But there's an ongoing debate about that one right there. Yeah, yeah.
We'll have to try them both.
Absolutely, that's a good idea. Always aligned at Ambrosia, no question about it. So we cross over, you know, you really get the sense of, you know, just sort of the outdoor living. Restaurants like Red Sauce, you know, Urban Flats, they give you the opportunity to enjoy it outside. But along Canal Street, it's a good way to be able to see what all of the different opportunities are. Whether it's your shopping opportunities, your restaurants, we have a full-service theater, there's a Barnes & Noble around the corner. But again, more than anything else, it's the people who just enjoy, you know, the leisurely pace and the stroll. Now, have you had a chance to explore all around Market Square yet?
A little bit. I mean, we went to, wasn't this club that's on the corner?
Yeah. We went to Urban Flats.
Urban Flats.
Danced a couple nights.
Good for you.
Came there, went there what, first time we got here?
Right.
11, 11:30?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty late.
Good for you. Now, do you have any such opportunities where you live right now in Fort Lauderdale?
We do.
Uh-huh.
It's a different scene. It's like club.
Yeah.
Club scene.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a lot younger crowd.
Right, right. Yeah, the club scene is, I mean, it's got its merits, but it is a different type of experience, isn't it? Yeah. You know,
I never thought I'd outgrow it, but
yeah. I hear you. I hear you. And I look at it now, and you know, I know that it's just, I know it's me, but I go into the clubs and I just go, it is just so loud, you know, and I'm about conversations. I want to talk to people, you know, and I'm not about having to scream over the music in order to be able to do that. So, yeah, so that's right. So all of the restaurant choices out here, all the shopping choices. We got, you know, the theater. If you've not been in the theater, a beautiful theater, first run movies, Barnes & Noble up the street. And you've already been here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So the way Urban Flats works is when the live music stops every night, then Urban Flats really comes alive. And
That's what we
there
saw.
you go. There you go. Yeah. Now, you mentioned, Julia, that, you know, that just the concern about in regards to do you connect with people, and I think that this is a good life picture of how that works. When you see a place like Urban Flats and you see people, and it's not even a really question of what is the age. The question is, you know, do I feel comfortable in that, right?
right. Now I think it's not even so much age, it's just how people act.
Yeah, right. Absolutely. I stop here for just a moment because this is just such a great picture of what life is like here at the Villages. One of the things that we look for is that we certainly have a lot of people who are still working. And now, are you still working? What's the situation there?
Yeah, I'm still working.
Okay. We have a lot of people here who are still working, and a lot of people who are retired. But in any event, what they look for is that they have worked for this point in their life, and they know that we put a very high premium on fun. We want people to have fun. I mean, and we don't underrate how important that is. It should be fun. And we think that one of the things that's the most enjoyable is the golf cart. We think the golf cart represents fun.
Yeah.
And now, have you had a chance to be on the golf cart since you got down here?
We've had a good time with them.
Are they great or what?
Yeah.
They
Yeah,
are.
yeah,
We
yeah.
love them.
Absolutely. But you have people, and all along you're going to see it. People customize their golf carts, and this is how they get along. When people move down here, they sell one of their cars, and they get around by a golf cart.
Yeah.
And we have these great golf cart parades, and people show off their custom-made, souped-up golf carts. Have you seen any while you've been down
Our
here?
friends, they have two of them.
Yeah.
One's
Yeah.
a 4-seater, one's a 2-seater. The
There you go.
2-seater is
Right.
just a little over the top, if you
Yeah.
ask me, but it's pretty nice.
People take great pride in their golf carts.
Yeah, I want to get the Cadillac Escalade.
The
saw
Cat
that
Escalade golf cart. There you go.
Yeah,
There you
already,
go.
Yeah, it's already happening, right?
Yeah, they're all available. Yeah.
It's already dreaming.
Exactly.
I have to sacrifice my beautiful home.
That's right. Yeah. Pay attention to this too. Here's somebody's golf cart, and you'll notice that their golf bag and all of their clubs, decent clubs,
Yeah.
and there's nowhere to be found.
Oh.
This is how we live here. You know, people
noticed
come
that.
along and.
You can't do that back home.
No, and it's, of course, that's not just your home. That's most places. You're not comfortable just leaving your stuff unattended. But just a couple of nights ago, I was down here with my wife. We did a little shopping. She bought some clothes. She had them in a bag. She put them in the back of the golf cart, and then we walked on. And anybody could have come along and taken
I
them
would
out.
never do that.
No way.
No, that's just when you move here, your mindset changes. You know, you start looking at you know, it's just a different way of living down here. It really, really is. So we place a very, very high premium on the safety and the peace of mind, but that's really because that's what the people tell us that they want, and they dictate that tone.